Oh, sorry, I had to take care of something really quick. Anyways, I'm back. So yeah, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just came back, from a Target store about 2 hours away from me. No Hot Wheels, no Matchbox, but this was the first time ever I've seen a brand new series of Greenlight cars. I've never seen these at my Walmart or Target stores because our stores, if we were to have cars like these there, they would be sold out really quick. Even if they're not a chase, they'd be sold out really quick. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Anyways, gonna do some rally car racing. Do not worry, that will be happening for people who like me doing racing stuff. You know, um, sometime in the future, maybe I'll have a more rally like track thing where I can actually race more cars on it, possibly kind of thing. But I honestly don't know when that'll ever happen. But I'm just, saying that as a far out there idea kind of thing. So yeah. Sorry, just entering someone's reply to my comment. Anyways, let's get open in these cars. These are brand new models. Three of the four are like first time additions to my collections from Greenlight actually. The reason I'm saying that is because I have the Corvette from Greenlight already, but they didn't classify it as the 2022. So technically, if you want to be more precise, technically yes, all four of these are brand new castings from Greenlight in my collection, even though the 2022 Corvette is pretty much a C8. It's just that this one's, I think, a convertible only version. Yeah, this is a convertible only version. And due to the fact that every time I've had a Greenlight car before this one that has like a piece on the top that you can move to make it a convertible, this one's strictly a convertible. There was no, yeah, it's weird because it seems like there was supposed to be a piece on the top. So I don't know if that's an error or how it's supposed to come. But anyways, enough talk about that. Let's open these. And it seems like there's supposed to be a black Bronco, I think, in Series 2 of this, but I don't know. I've just never had to open a Greenlight card like this too many times normally. Alright, and come on, there it is. So yeah, here's the first one, the Ford Bronco Sport Badlands in a nice blue color. So yeah, first Greenlight Bronco I have of the newer ones actually. Next one. This is actually going to be my biggest Dodge Ram truck I have in my collection ever. It's a 2022 Ram 3500, so I guess it's like one of their more top of the line ones, which is why in real life this thing costs almost 100,000 US dollars. Thank goodness for cheaper, smaller scale versions of these vehicles, because if we didn't have these kind of things made, we would have to spend a whole lot of money to get a bigger scale version of this. And then some people may realize, oh, I don't want this vehicle anymore. So that's why it's really good to have small versions of certain things you probably won't have later on in life. Wow, this thing looks awesome. It's too bad that the back doesn't come out. I mean, this is the biggest Ram truck I've ever had in my collection, and it looks super cool. I mean, I do have some big scale Greenlight hitch and haul ones with trailers, but this thing looks pretty nice too, I will say. It's got a massive truck bed. And on what I previously said, if these were to be at like my stores, they would be probably bought out relatively quick, just because of not just the card art, but also the cars in the series. I mean, they actually had 5 of 6 cars there. This is a 6-car series. They had 5 of 6. I didn't get the 6th one, and here's why. It's a Ford Explorer, and it's in white. Didn't feel like getting it, but then I just realized I should have bought it, because here's why. It's an ST, I believe. ST is like their slightly more tuned version. Here's the new vet. Wow, that looks really nice, I will say. This is my first ever Greenlight vet in yellow, actually, with black racing stripes. Taillights look really nice, and they are detailed. I mean, all of these cars from Greenlight are going to have detailed headlights and taillights. All right, and yes, finally, after I don't know how many months not being able to find this one any stores, I finally have the new Tahoe in my collection. Sorry, Hot Wheels and Matchbox, you're taking too long to make some of these cars that people would buy for much cheaper. I mean, I'm just saying that as an actual, fact for now, because Hot Wheels hasn't made a car like this. They've made a few of this one, I think. Well, actually, just one so far in blue. They've made a few Broncos, but not a 4-door version. And I know that Matchbox has made like Tahoes and Suburbans before, and same with Hot Wheels. But neither one of them wanted to make the new one, and I can't understand why. So yeah, this is the 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe RST. Now this is not their top of the line one with the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 engine producing 420 horsepower, but hey, I ain't complaining. This car looks really nice nonetheless. There it is. So glad I have this in my collection now. Is that supposed to happen or not? I hope I don't have an error on this car already. I'm just checking stuff to be sure. So I'm just testing this to be sure. Doesn't seem like it. Nope, no errors. That's a relief. Because if that wheel was slightly off, well, I would have been a little bit disappointed if it was like crazy, like off center to like too far to the right or left somehow. But no, I think it's just the suspension thing was trying to like play a fool on me because somehow I thought I did something and like turned a wheel or whatever and made it like do something bizarre. But no, it's fine. Let me just check something. Yep, still all good. All right, that's good. Really just wanted to be sure. All right, now that's that taken care of out of the way, just get into racing some cars. 3, 2, 1, go. And Citroen's first place in the race now. All right, well, race has started. Citroen's first. Yep, and here comes Hyundai. And Hyundai's first. Citroen's first. Now Volkswagen's second. And now Volkswagen's first. And out of nowhere, Porsche's first. Sorry, just moving some cars up a little bit more into the race. Yep, huge jump from some of these other cars. Well, I wasn't going to mention this, but I guess I will mention it now. I'm not taking down those like few days or about 1 or 2 weeks ago Mega Racing Live things where I had like 2 separate groups of race cars. The reason is because I forgot like maybe about 4 to 6 cars. Well, like 4 to 8 cars really, I think. But due to the fact that I forgot certain cars, those results will not count anymore. So I don't know if I should keep those lives or not. I mean, I really truly feel sorry saying this as a person who likes to do car racing stuff, but you know, I always know somehow I end up forgetting cars at some point for racing somehow. I mean, I've forgotten 1 car here, but I'm not calling that the biggest difference. Those races, since I forgot like 4 to 8 cars, is a slightly bigger difference than I thought it would be. But yes, I mean, there's already so many cars as this, so it's like, well, what should I do? I'm thinking I should keep the results, and the other half of me would be like, don't keep the results because you didn't use all your cars. Well, I don't think people are going to lose sleep over if I don't use every single car. So, yeah. And my original plan was thinking take down the live and take down the results kind of thing because then people can't see the results stuff as well. But due to the fact that I forgot a few cars, I'm not taking down that live or the racing results. So, yes, those results will still stand and count, actually, after all. That's what I'm officially going with. I wanted to say they don't count, but it's like, I don't think it's really going to matter that much. So, yeah, those results will still stand and count. So, yeah. Now I don't really feel sorry about mentioning that anymore. And Toyota's first. And Toyota's first and second. Toyota's first, second, and third. And now it's a Toyota takeover in the first through 5 spots. Now Subaru's coming. Well, Porsche is not too far behind. Here comes Ford. Here comes Ford again. Here comes Ford yet again. Wow, these RS200s really don't want to give up. Oh, few cars went a little bit too wide somehow. Then we have Celicas in second and third, and only one hill climb car. That's it. Ooh, wow, that was not good. Oh, that's not good either. Wow, three cars had a slight collision. Not a crash big enough to like cause them to be out of the race somehow, kind of thing. But it was still just enough to realize that they will drop a few spots. Oh my goodness, the Porsche went a bit too high and he got overtaken by more cars now. And these Toyotas are getting a little too aggressive and over competitive. Unfortunately, there was what, 4 cars involved in there? In that scramble collision kind of thing? So that makes them Toyota first. Not for long. Here comes the Fords. And oh my goodness, are we going to have the same race result as the first race? If we do, that would be insane because that's never happened in the history of my car racing events, whether it's this one or that thing down there. Well, it couldn't really be the 4-lane or the 6-lane tracks for the same racing results because that would be very low odds for that to happen. But the ones where I move it with both hands, that might have slightly higher odds of this possibly happening. I mean, so far we only have 2 cars crashing out. I'm just testing it. Yep, it's okay. Same clearance from the that thing where the tire could go all the way up to if need be, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know if I should mention this or not, but I'm gonna just I might or might not mention this during the Q&A part of this live. It really just comes down to whether I should or not, kind of thing. But I just don't think I should just yet because I can't officially confirm this happening just yet, kind of thing. So yeah, well, I mean, I'm probably gonna end this race at the 20-minute mark, just because I'm surprised that no one's here right now. I mean, not like I'm saying you have to do the chat feature, but I'm just surprised that no one's like here. Like, there's a few people just popping in and out to like go to my live and go to someone else's live, kind of thing. Hmm. Mm, so I'm just trying to find something here really quick. Oh, it's done. Well, I'm hoping that people show up, but I don't. I mean, I'm gonna have to just say this right now. This live won't be as long compared to some of my other live streams, just because it's way later in the day than I wanted it to be. So yeah, um, I'll probably do another live, maybe tomorrow. I'm just not sure because if I was to do a live sometime tomorrow, it's going to be earlier time kind of thing, but not like crazy early. So yeah, if I was to do another live, it would be tomorrow, probably starting at like 10 or 11 in the morning, most likely. So yeah. Oh, someone's here. That's good. That's good that at least one person's here. And yes, I did set this to subscribers only for chat mode. Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. Hey, glad you made the live. I don't know if you saw the unboxing part of the cars I unboxed. Um, so yeah, but I'm glad that someone's actually here in the chat feature. So the other mode that I could have chosen for my live is like live commentary trusted users. I don't want to do that because then I feel like I'm being super specifically selective of like who's in my lives and who's able to join them and who's able to do the chat thing. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's why I normally stick with anyone can chat or subscribers only can chat. But it really just depends on what kind of the day I end up doing the live kind of thing. You missed the unboxing part? Well, I sorry, I'm kind of laughing because I just realized I made a slight mistake. I'm doing overtime in the car racing part, so if you can just wait about a little bit over 2 minutes, like 2 minutes and 15 seconds at the 24-minute mark, I'll show you the 4 cars I opened. I can't, reopen them, but at least I can do that. Oh, there's another person here. That's good. Ooh, that's not good. Another car crashed out, and 3 other cars, well, 2 other cars were involved. So technically, it's a 4-car crash, I guess, in term. Well, a little bit over a minute from now, about a minute and 30 seconds, and this race will be over. Now it's looking like we might have a new top 3, but it's hard to tell. That Ford RS200 is still in first, but not for long. Wow, these Toyotas are getting a bit too competitive with each other here. If they aren't careful, they're going to crash out like they did last time. And that one went a bit too fast trying to re-overtake for first, and that's the 4th car crashed out of the race. Well, we have a minute left before this race is officially over. Oh my goodness, are we going to have the same top 3 again? I don't know what's happening, but these cars are actually battling each other for position now. Oh, that's totally fine, Zelda. That is totally fine. If you're busy doing stuff, don't worry about chatting too long. But I'm just glad you were able to watch. Whoa, I don't know what happened there, but something happened. Well, there's 5 cars crashed out, and last time there was like 7 to 8. 1 shy of 8 cars crashing out. So actually, if we have it, wait, 3, 2, 1, 0. The race is over. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This is the 2nd time in a row we have the same exact top 3 because the Toyotas are getting overly aggressive, competing with each other and going too fast, trying to overtake each other for the top 5 spot. I can't believe what's just happened. For the 2nd time in a row in this race today, we have the exact same top 3. I'm not even joking. The exact same top 3. This one got first, this one got second, this one got third. And that was the same results from the first race even. I actually want to pull it up just to be sure. I gotta pull this up just to be sure. Because this never happens. This never ever happens. Yep, it's literally the exact same top 3. I'm just speechless. I can't believe this even happened. 2 less cars crashed out of the race this time, which is good. And the same top 3 cars happen to be the same top 3 cars in this race as well, because Toyota's being a bit too aggressive, overtaking each other and going too fast in this racing event somehow. And for the second time in a row today, we have the RS200s first and second in the exact order they were in the first race, and that Ford RWC M Sport paint job livery one getting third place. If these 3 cars win the race for a third time in a row, that's technically a triple crown, meaning that the same 3 cars get the top 3 times in a row. And that's never happened in one of these races where I move the cars like this. I literally don't know what else to say about how that's even possible. So yeah. Anyways, for those of you who weren't able to watch the unboxing part, these were the 4 cars right here that I did get to open during the unboxing part today. Ford Bronco, Ram 3500, Corvette C8, and the brand new Tahoe. Glad to see we have channels supporting each other. That's always a good thing. It's not important that I mentioned this, but I almost had to get a band-aid because one of my fingers was about to start bleeding. But luckily, that's not going to need to happen. So yeah. Anyways, enough side chat about that not needing to happen. Let's answer some questions about car topics of any kind. Anyone have any questions about car topics of any kind? Video game cars, diecast cars, real life cars, what your recent finds are, kind of thing? That's totally fine, Zelda, diecast racing. That's totally fine. Take your time. I'm probably gonna have this live going for at least till somewhat after 9, but not crazy. Late after 9. Good question. I normally would say no, but it really just depends on. I mean, if you're talking about heavier premium cars, premium cars in general, if they have rubber tires or even plastic tires, are going to be much slower than the non-premium cars with rubber tires on them. So basically, this RS200 is going to demolish this RS200 down the 6-lane track. Because, well, one has rubber tires, one doesn't. One's an ID car, one's not. And yes, they are both considered premium in term, but it's just that the reason why this is a premium is because it's for that special ID track like thing. Which, yes, I do actually have that ID track as well, but it only clocks the speed of those ID cars on it. And that's a whole nother setup kind of thing. Maybe someday I'll do another Hot Wheels ID racing life kind of thing for like top speed testing stuff. So yeah, in my best knowledge, sometimes heavier cars are faster, but not all the time. So I'm gonna say 90% of the time, the lighter cars are gonna be faster than the heavier cars, if they are not a premium brand of some sort. If they're premium and have rubber tires, or not Hot Wheels or Matchbox tires on them that are like not like made out of a different plastic or material of some sort that Hot Wheels or Matchbox doesn't use for their mainline cars, then yeah, it doesn't even matter what kind of cars those are. Like if I was to race this Hot Wheels car versus a NASCAR, this one right here, or any of my Hot Wheels or Matchbox basic cars that don't have rubber tires on them, even if they did have rubber tires on it, that car would still win. This car would win. So yeah. Basically, the answer is more than likely heavier cars will be slower. To answer that question. If there's any other questions about car stuff of any kind, I'm here to answer them. Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. I hope you saw the cars right there that I opened. The Ford Bronco, the Ram 3500, C8 Corvette yellow, and the brand new Tahoe. 2 of them are red, one's blue, and one's yellow. Yes, I actually have 2 tracks. I can't really go into like crazy big details of how I ended up getting these tracks. I mean, one of them was I guess in terms, I kind of want to say both of them were like a gift kind of thing. Like, I physically did not buy them with my own money. And the reasons are, well, one was about 30 to 50 bucks. The other is I don't even remember how much it was because it was from Amazon. And Hot Wheels has discontinued making their 6-lane track completely, so you won't find that one in store. The race crate track, I don't know why they stopped selling that one in stores, but you might find it in a store if you're lucky enough to. So yeah, but yes, I do have a 4-lane track and a 6-lane track. Until I play upstairs, if I still am able to find it, which I doubt I will now, I have another 4-lane track, but I may or may not have recalled giving that to a diecast collector friend. Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. These were the cars right here that you missed during the unboxing part of the live. I don't know if you want me to show them to you closer so you can see them, more easily, like one at a time kind of thing. All right. So there's the Bronco in blue. This is the Bronco Sport not Wildlands, Badlands one in blue from Greenlight, from the Showroom Models series. Series 1, actually, that is. The Showroom Models, I believe, is a brand new series from Greenlight this year because I've never seen them at my Walmart or Target stores. Next is the Ram 3500. There's the giant truck bed for the Ram. And yes, all of these will have detailed headlights and taillights. And like I said, this will be the biggest Ram diecast truck I have in my collection. Not because of what company makes it. There's the yellow C8. This is actually my first ever newest C8 from Greenlight, given the fact they are calling it a 2022 version with the black racing stripes. And then this is the one I've really been waiting for, the brand new Tahoe from Chevrolet. It's in the maroon red or burgundy red kind of color. It's kind of similar color to the Ram 3500 actually. So yeah, really glad I have this one. I'm just checking it to make sure. Nope, both wheels are going at the same time. For some reason, I just thought something was a little bit off. Doesn't seem like it, though. It's really hard to tell. Nope, still no problem. I'm just testing it again to make sure. I mean, if there was a problem, I would have seen it right away. I just thought that one of the rear wheels on that Tahoe, the rear left to right one, was off a little bit somehow. Like a little bit off to the right or left somehow, but not by that much. But no, it's not. I think it's just that when I roll it forward, it looks like it's a little bit off, but it's actually not because I'm rolling the car forward. So that's why all 4 wheels are moving at the same time. So yeah. All right. There's more questions about cars, diecast cars, video game cars, real life cars, recent car finds, or I mean anything at all car topic stuff. I will answer all car topic questions to the best of my knowledge and ability. Oh, that's another button. Oh, it's the top. Yeah, so the other oh, this actually is a convertible one. Never mind. I didn't realize that. So yeah, there's a Ford, a Jeep Gladiator, Mojave, 3500 Limited Longhorn. Is this a Longhorn one? I need to figure out. Yeah, that's a 3500 Limited Longhorn. Dang, I didn't realize how special that truck was. RST. So yeah, they had the Ford at this Target store. They had that Ram there, the Corvette convertible, the Tahoe, and the Ford Explorer. They did not have that Jeep truck at that Target store I went to today, which is a little bit disappointing because I really would have liked to have found that Jeep one, so I could have had all 6 cars bought in the same day from a series. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is a 3500 Longhorn Laramie Limited Edition. This truck in real life, when I looked at the back of it, the thing says this truck on the back of that card, when you turn it around to look at the very top of the card, not the bottom of the card, about $96,000 for this truck in real life. Why are people spending like $100,000 for a truck in real life? That beats me. I mean, seriously, it's almost like comparing it to like these other cars, because all these dealerships are having like, I'm not trying to say I'm buying a car anytime soon, but it's like if we're talking about cars in real life, all of these dealerships are getting away somehow with these crazy high markups, and it's like a brand new Ford Bronco from a Ford dealership is like more than 100,000. That Tahoe is probably going to be more than 100,000 because of everything happening. That's why all these cars are getting crazy high marked up prices. Your Ram must have been a probably a very older model for your 2500. Yeah, I had a feeling. That makes sense. I had a feeling that's why. So yeah, but this is a 2022 Ram truck actually, and they want about close to $100,000 for a brand new Ram truck in real life, based off what the back of that card said. Now the Corvette's closer to 100,000. This one's like 96,000, just about. Well, like 95 to 97,000 for this one in real life, and then this one's like 98 to 99,000. This one's closer to like 65, 70,000, and then this one's like closer to 40,000. But again, here's the catch. That's what these cards are saying. These cards don't realize that in real life you have these crazy markups. So yeah, I mean, I know I like talking about real life cars, but it's just really sad that some people are spending more than they need to on these vehicles. Because, in reality, a few years probably later on down the road, those markups are going to go way down. I don't know what dealers would call them when their prices go down, besides like a sales event kind of thingy. But yeah, I'm not naming names of any dealerships. I'm not saying names of like who works at dealerships or stuff like that. I'm just saying dealerships in general as a general term, because any dealership could mark up their cars at any given rate. So yeah, I mean, if we want to talk about real life car stuff, I'm a little bit over the dealership talk. So let's talk about other stuff if we're going to talk about real life cars now. I mean, I can answer stuff about video game cars, real life cars, diecast cars. I mean, if people watch my videos, you'll pretty much figure out what my most recent finds have been. So yeah, I do know that Andy from his channel, Zelda Diecast Racing, is going to be back sometime soon. So yeah, hopefully he's back relatively soon. So yeah. Oh, that's cool. See, I've never been into like remote controlled cars that much, so that's a little bit of like a foreign topic for me. Like I don't talk too much about RC cars. I mean, I'll talk about it for a little bit, but not for like 20 plus minutes kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's cool that people are into remote controlled cars. I'm just not one of those people. I'm more into cars like these, or like on your gaming systems kind of stuff, or like real life cars kind of thing. So yeah. Um, Speaking of diecast cars, I went to a King Superstore about 1 to 3 weeks ago, and they already have the Halloween themed cars there. The sad thing is, all of those Halloween cars are fantasies. I'm not even going to buy that set. If you're making a basic car set with zero real life cars, I ain't buying it. I don't care if it's $1 or $2 or 3 or 4. I'm not buying your Halloween set unless you make cars like these or other ones I have. I'm sorry, but I have the right to, let people know that. And yes, I understand I'm saying this during a live, but that's my honest opinion. If a diecast car company is going to make a set of 5 or 6 cars with no real life cars, no matter what brand it is, that they make the real life cars for that Halloween or Christmas set, um, I ain't buying it. I mean, if 60 or 70 or 80% of them are real life cars, like Audi, Bentley, whatever they might be, then yes, I would buy those cars. But I'm not buying the fantasy cars. So yeah, sorry you're hearing me talk about a Halloween set and why I'm disappointed, because I saw that set at a King Superstore. There was zero real life cars in it. There's no Audi, no Lancia, no Ford, no Chevy, no GMC, no any real life car brands in that Halloween set from Hot Wheels this year. They just missed a huge idea on making, more money for their company, kind of thing. I mean, I've bought a lot of Hot Wheels cars over these years, but it's like I'm I'm not even wanting to mention that set much anymore because it's like I just feel like I'm gonna get disappointed or sad in a way. Anyways, enough talk about disappointment from Hot Wheels. On the flip side of things, their Boulevard and Premium sets for next year, um, thanks to those diecast car update channels. Sorry, there was a bug or something on that Audi rally car. Had to take care of that. Hmm. See, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings in any way possible, but remote controlled cars is just not my topic. I'm sorry to say this. It's just not my kind of thing. I mean, I understand it's like you're saying that you like the real life cars like, a Bentley, an Alfa Romeo, Maserati, GMC, Chevrolet, Ford, um, Citroen, Subaru, Land Rover, Mitsubishi, Mercedes Benz, Hyundai, whatever the real life car company may be for an RC remote controlled car. And I understand you're trying to base it off what I'm saying for like these Hot Wheels basic set things. Because, why would people, whether you're racing your diecast cars or just for collecting, buy a set of Hot Wheels Halloween cars with no real life cars in it? I mean, seriously, that has got to be the worst idea ever from any diecast car company. I mean, even if, you're one of those reselling channels, which my channel never ever focuses on reselling cars. Um, if you're one of those people who does that on your channel, that's great. That's your choice. That's not my choice because on my channel, I don't resell cars at all. But even for those reseller dudes, I would say you don't want to buy this set. You're going to be disappointed. It's as simple as that. I'm just saying that to be honest. I feel like at times, certain diecast car companies miss the mark on getting more people into buying their product when it hits the shelves at Walmart, Target, or King Supers if it's nothing but fantasies for a basic car set. Exactly. Thank you for agreeing with what I'm saying here. I'm not going to buy like a Hot Wheels Halloween set that fits like 3 fantasy cars and, like 1 or 2 are real life cars. I mean, I'd buy maybe 1 or 2 of those real life cars if like 60% are the fantasy cars. But again, it also depends on what model you're making. Because, if you're making like a really awful real life car, not many people are going to care about it. Like if you're making a car with like based off a real life car that has like not even 200 something plus horsepower, I normally rarely ever buy cars like that too often. I mean, I might every once in a while, but not all the time. I mean, if it's like a Ford or something, I might buy it. It just depends on what kind of model you're basing it on. So yeah. Um. Anyways, hopefully Zelda does come back at some point. If not, then you can watch it later for my live stream. Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, this is my 6-lane track. Starts up there and goes all the way down here. And then this one over here is the 4-lane race track where you can like set it up into other track like setup things. The drag race one doesn't make sense at all because it doesn't look like a drag race. A drag race doesn't have a loop thing that you would have to go over. That should be the hill climb one, which should be option B. And then option C, I think is gravity drop, and there's another loop used in that one, which I think makes a little bit of sense because you obviously have to, have gravity of some sort do that for that setup. This looks more of a drag race. A drag race does not have a loop you have to go over right near the finish line area, or a little bit before it even. So yeah, it would be silly why you would even do that. But yeah, this is my 6-lane track. I can't even remember how much this costs, but I don't want to go into details. But I have seen these online, and they're going for like anywhere from like probably 50 to over 100 plus US dollars. Reason is, Tahoe stopped making this track about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I can't even remember when they discontinued this product in stores, or just continued it to the point where you can buy these strictly only online from like Amazon or eBay or other people that are selling them online. So yeah, that's a little disappointing. Yeah, I'm all saying that. I just thought I'd mention that I know this doesn't have much to do with car talk in general, but about a little bit over 11 minutes from now, and I've hit the hour-long mark. So yeah, I don't want to go too much longer for this live, just because I obviously do have to go to sleep, bed, whatever people want to call it. Again, that has nothing to do with it. My mini garage. Hey, thanks for joining the live. So yeah, this is my 6-lane track. There's actually cars up there for a race I'm doing, but I forgot who's in which cars already somehow, and that's why I'm only doing 12 cars in total, meaning that I already have the first group of 6 cars there. After I do this race, I would only have room for 5 more cars left. So yeah, after subscribers choice race 7, there would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 5 more after that. But then after subscribers choice race 8, there would only be 4 spots left, kind of thing. Well, it's a weird loop-like setup thing, but I never use the loop. I do actually have it, but I don't use it, and here's why. The loop slows the cars down. None of my cars have been able to make it past the loop except for very few. Probably less than even 70 to 90%, less than probably 80 or 90% of my cars have made it past that loop on this 4-lane race crate track. And here's the other thing. Some of those lanes, clicker-like things to like trigger which car ends up winning the race, some of them go up a little bit too soon than others. Like some of them don't like to stay down as long. So that's why I never use that one ever again. Because if I was to do the loop race, one of them could go up a little bit ahead of the others. So yeah. Yeah, this 4-lane track does have a loop-like thing on it, but it's kind of silly why I would even use it, because it slows down the cars completely. I'm not joking. It slows them down more than like 70+% of their speed. And then, in terms, I kind of feel like the heavier cars may have the advantage of winning those races that time. So yeah, that's kind of sort of why I don't really use that one too much. I mean, the other thing is, I try to make it as even as it can be. And the other reason why I don't use it is this track can easily have 6 cars on it, whereas that one is 4 cars only. And the other thing is, technically in term, I could like not fold it up, but like configure it into like a crate to like carry cars in, and then reset it up as a track. The only thing is though, a few of these parts for this track don't like to cooperate too much, because the ending part on that 4-lane race crate track about a few days ago, well, more than really a few days ago, it came off. And then I started to figure out why it wasn't working or anything like that. So yeah. My mini garage, I have zero clue of what those red arrows are. I'm not sure what you're trying to say with the red arrows, besides like, play something somehow kind of thing. So yeah, I'm a little bit thrown off by that. Because we're trying to talk about car-like stuff. I don't know if you're trying to signal me saying show the other track kind of thing. Because I'm a little thrown off of what you're trying to accomplish there by using those red arrows that are pointing that way. My mini garage. Well, I'm hoping that Zelda Diecast Racing does come back at some point in this life. But like I mentioned, if he doesn't, that's fine, because, I told them, don't worry if you're not able to do the chat feature too much. Hold on. My mini garage. Is that what I think it is? I don't know what you're doing with those emoji things, but it has zero to relate with what I'm doing.
Go. Hurry up. Go pee.
I'm sorry, I'm just really confused. Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. I don't know if you're still here or not, but it says you are. I actually did a race. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but this racing thing here is actually Subscribers Choice Race 7. I'm gonna have to do that at a different live, and the only reason is it's getting kind of late here for me. So yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint people with that. Yeah, the race I have will be happening at a different time. I'll probably do this live tomorrow. I'll do Subscribers Choice Race 7 live tomorrow. I understand that's what you want to have happen here, but this live's already been going on for like about an hour or so by now. So yeah. But yeah. Let's just hold off. I'm gonna do this race tomorrow. Sometime in the time of like 10 to 12, 10 in the morning to like 12 afternoon, sometime in that time frame. We're gonna have to pull up the videos just to make sure I know who's in which car and which lane. I know I'm in the first lane. Kudos Rebels Cars and Diecast, or Diecast and Cars, aka Logan, is in second lane. Zola Diecast Racing 3 is in lane 3. Kevo's in lane 6 with the orange Lamborghini. And I forgot who's in the Chevy and the Corvette. Well, the old 487 Fleetline and the 62 Corvette Gasser. Oh, there's a third person. I'm not sure if Zola's back or if that's someone else. I think Zelda Diecast Racing may be back, but I'm not sure. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Texas Hill Country Custom Homes. Just glad you were able to make this live. My mini garage, you kind of missed this car racing with the rally cars here, because that's the actual racing event that did happen. And in case you wanted to know who ends up winning, first, second, and third. And these were literally the same cars that got first, second, and third in this very order in the first race that I did a few hours ago today or yesterday. So yeah, I'm not trying to say if these three cars win the next race, somehow that I'm gonna keep going until like there's a new winner kind of thing. But in real life car racing, if your car wins like the race 3 times in total, whether it's 3 years in a row or 3 separate years, like if a car wins in like 2012, 2015, and 2018 from the same manufacturer, same car, whether it's same drivers or different drivers, that's still called a triple crown, meaning that that manufacturer has won that racing event 3 times in total. I mean, yes, it would be nice if somehow that could happen 3 years in a row kind of thing. But the point being is that I'm trying to say is that when a company or manufacturer wins like a racing event 3 times in a row, for like endurance racing, they normally have their cars like quit racing, because then they realize that, well, we've had so much success at racing kind of stuff that we want to let others win. And then somehow, a few years later on down the road, Porsche's back again in Le Mans racing, even though they've already won it 3 years in total. Not like 3 years in a row in the same time, but 3 total years. They probably were 3 separate years, but not 3 years back to back to back for their Le Mans racing. So yeah, that's what I was trying to get out of saying that. So I'm not saying that if these win the next race in that exact order, whether there's less crashes or no crashing at all, that I'm gonna say these 3 cars have to be out of the racing event next time. No, they'll still all race. It's just that I don't want to do too many of the same racing event kind of things, like because if I was to do this rally racing event thing like 10 plus times and realize that these cars won like 8 or 9 out of 10 races kind of thing, it would be really pointless to do that. So, in all honesty, I'm probably going to do this rally racing event thing just 2 more times to do it 4 times in total. And hey, if these 3 cars win the same races 4 times in a row in the same week, not on the same day, but in the same week, during different days of the same week, or weekend, that is, then yeah. Well, if there are no more questions about car stuff in general, I'm probably going to start ending the live right about now just because it's getting more later. And, like Texas Hill Country Custom Home says, he was getting tired. I'm slowly but surely feeling about the same way. So, probably going to have to wrap this up pretty soon for the live. Sorry, Zelda Diecast Racing, if you weren't able to come back, I do apologize for that, but you can watch the live when it's on my channel sometime tomorrow. So you can comment on it then. Well, it's, getting late, like I've mentioned a few times, and I don't want to keep mentioning the same thing again every time. So, yeah. Since the racing's over, showing of tracks are over, and showing of the new cars I got are over for this live, and answering all the questions that were here that I needed to answer during this live, I think now is a good time for me to end this live. Everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you all next time in my next Cars or Video Games video or live stream. Bye. Thanks for all being here. And I really do truly appreciate all of you subscribing to my channel.